Hi everyone, it is me, Furry Trash. No, but in all seriousness, I'm Rusky, and I am going to be playing Seedship for you guys. This game is actually pretty cool. I've played 3 missions on it. I really enjoyed those. So, I'm going to see what outcome comes of this one. And if you guys want to see me do a make all bad decisions game, which won't play through, which won't really last that long because the first planet you usually go to is pretty bad, but it depends. So if you guys want to see that, then like this video and leave a comment down below. However, this game I will try and make every good decision I can. So let's just get into it, and if you guys don't know what this game is, you'll see. It pretty much describes itself in the first opening, in the opening screens. So, new game. And when they knew Earth was doomed, they built a ship. Yeah. I would say if I had to guess, my guess would be that the sun was blowing up, or Earth, the pollution that's going out in Earth is killing off the human race. Either way, they built a ship and they're transporting 1,000 people to a new planet. Like an ark, more like a seed. Dormant, but with potential. In its heart, 1,000 colonists in frozen sleep, chosen and trained to start civilization again on a new world. This intro, I've played this intro for 3 times, so I know what's going on, but I'm still gonna read it to you guys. To control the ship, they created an artificial intelligence, not human, but made to think like and feel like one, because only something that felt and thought like a human could be entrusted with the future of the human race. Wow, such a coincidence. Isn't that something that people don't want in this world right now, because they fear that it will kill the human race? Well, anyways, its task is momentous but simple: to evaluate each planet the ship encounters and decide whether to keep searching or end its journey there. The ship's solar sails propel it faster and faster into the darkness, and the AI listens to the transmissions from the ground control on Earth fade and then cease. When all is quiet, it enters hibernation to wait out the first stage of its long journey. After millennia of slow travel, the Seedship AI awakes, hoping against hope. I don't quite understand that line. It trains its receiver on the direction of Earth's sun, but it is as silent as any of the other myriad dead stars. Safe for the 1,000 frozen colonists cradled in its shielding and life support systems, the human race is now extinct, which means only 1,000 humans are left alive in the entire galaxy, or universe actually, but still. Let's begin systems check. Any damage or malfunctions during the journey should have awoken the AI from its hibernation, but it is still anxious as it runs its self-diagnostic programs. The sleep chambers are all functioning, the colonists with them alive, or at least capable of being revived from the frozen stasis. Sensors functioning, surface probes responding, landing on construction systems ready for the one time they will be used. Scientific and cultural databases intact, safely storing all that remains of humanity's knowledge and art. Let's scan the planet. The Seedship is in orbit of the 10th moon of a gas giant orbiting an ultra-cool dwarf star. Even a brief scan of the orbit reveals far more information than its builders could know with their Earth orbit-based telescopes. I am sucking at reading this. But the AI has little use for scientific curiosity. It only has one concern: whether this planet would make suitable home for the human race. Marginal atmosphere, so people can breathe in it with minimal breathing stuff. Gravity is very high, which means they would have a very hard time walking. Temperature is very cold, which means they would have to wear heavy jackets, which is fine. It can be dealt with. The very hot, though, temperature, however, is very hard to deal with. That's why I never really pick any planets with that. The surface is covered with ice, and there's no resources. However, the moon has potential of having those resources. Vegetation and animal life makes for possible food, and possible structures means that they can either make friends with people that are with the natives, or if those are ruins, that they will possibly get knowledge of how those aliens survived on the planet, and will have it's hard to explain this, but they will have more knowledge. So let's launch a surface probe. The surface probe's sensors confirm the readings on the ship's orbital scanners. The surface probe approaches the planet, and as it scans the planet's moon, finds its recently captured asteroid in the unstable orbit. In a few decades, the moon will come close enough to the planet to break up, and the surface will be bombarded with fragments. That's an instant no, because that means there's no resources for the humans to use. But let's continue anyways. The probe finds alien plants. It tests a sample and finds that they would neither be edible nor poisonous to the humans. I suck at reading. The probe encounters numerous animals. After analyzing their behavior, it concludes that some species have the potential to be useful to humans as meat sources or beasts of burden. The probe notices one species that exhibits complex social behavior, uses sophisticated stone tools, and has begun to domesticate other animal and plant species. Meaning there is civilization on this planet. They could be either helpful or they could be dangerous. I'm still not going to pick this planet because of that unstable moon, however. The probe investigates the possible structures that the Seedship observed from orbit. but finds that there are regular natural formations, not the product of intelligence. So they're basically geological formations, which the seed ship thought that were homes or buildings. And then there's also the civilization that's there. Let's continue. The surface probe mission is completed and it shuts down. We've lost one of our 10 surface probes. I am moving on from this planet because of that moon, though. And because that means there's no resources except for stone for the humans to go off of. The AI judges the first planet to be unsuitable. It turns the scanners away, spreads its solar sails, and begins another long journey through the void. As it enters the new system, the seed ship is struck by a micrometeorite. It is a speck of cosmic dust, far too small for the navigation system to detect from a distance, but traveling with enough velocity to pierce the seed ship's armor like a bullet. It hits the landing system, sending fragments of machinery glittering into space. Now, this is the first time I've ever had the systems damaged, either landing or construction. So I'm not sure how that's going to affect the outcome of this. But it is still in green, so it's okay. Atmosphere non-breathable, meaning that we will have to meaning that they will have to use full breathing gear. The seed ship enters the orbit of the second moon of a gas giant orbiting a yellow supergiant star. The seed ship has found its way almost to the edge of the galaxy, and the universe appears split between a wall of darkness and a wall of light. I wonder how that would actually look in real life. Atmosphere non-breathable. I already said that. Gravity very high. That's going to be very hard to walk on. Temperature is cold, can be combated. Water is erosion. Resources none. I'm not going to send a surface probe because with no plant life nor animals, there's really not going to be any source of food. So, moving on. The AI wakes to a wall of blinding brightness. Oh god. The seed ship's course has taken it close to a supergiant star that has proved to be far hotter than the guidance system anticipated. And the ship is gathering heat faster than the radiator fins can radiate it away. That's not good. That really is not good. The AI must shut down part of the heat regulation system before the entire system catastrophically fails. If I allow the sleep chambers to overheat, then a lot of colonists will die. I know that much. If I allow the scanner module to overheat, that's going to reduce the ability to scan the planets that we encounter. If I allow the heat landing construction module to overheat, I really don't know what that's going to do. I know what allowing this data storage module is going to do. It's going to make our civilization less advanced as as Earth's originally was. That's not going to be good either. This is a hard decision. Very hard. But I'm going to see what allowing the construction landing module is going to do. -11 from just the construction. That's it's good that it didn't do the landing then. So the air channels excess heat into the landing construction module. The heat regulation system recovers as the ship moves away from the super hot star, but not before the heat has damaged the construction system. I'm guessing that's gonna affect how good the construction robots are. That was a hard decision. Let's continue anyway. The Seedship enters orbit of the second moon of a gas giant. We really love doing this, don't we? Of a gas giant orbiting a giant red star. A small black hole orbits the star. That's not good. Pulling a thin streamer of star stuff from its surface, which spirals into nothing. Atmosphere corrosive, meaning it's very deadly, I'm guessing. Gravity is moderate, so it's like Earth's gravity. Cold temperature, that's okay. We can combat that. Ice caps for water. There's no resources and there's no moon, so instantly move on. As it moves from star to star, the Seedship is gathering more data about the extrasolar planets and its builders could give in. It is designed to learn from the data in order to predict which stars are more likely to have desirable planets. The Seedship has now gathered enough data to upgrade one of the sensors to work at interstellar distances, so the guidance system can avoid planets that sensor reveals to be undesirable. Damage to the sensor may result in the Seedship arriving at an unsuitable planet. Alright. So I can upgrade the atmosphere scanner. The guidance system will seek out planets with at least marginally breathable atmospheres, which means the humans can go outside of the ship with minimal breathing gear. The guidance system, I can do gravity scanner. The guidance system will seek out planets with non-extreme gravity, meaning I won't have super low gravity nor super high gravity, but I will still have high or low gravity, and then there's also the moderate gravity. I can upgrade this temperature. Guidance system will seek out planets with non-extreme temperature, meaning not super hot or super cold. To upgrade the water scanner. Guidance system will seek out planets with at least some bodies of water, which means there will never be no water or very low water amounts of water. So that's good. Upgrade the resources scanner. The guidance system will seek out planets with at least poor resources, which means that I will find at least some resources on that planet, which is something I'm probably going to do because I've been arriving at planets with no resources. So, yeah, going to upgrade that one. The Seedship's course takes it through a dense star cluster, and while the AI sleeps, the guidance system weaves a complex course through the star's overlapping gravitational fields. That's good. Kind of. Rich resources, sweet. Well, The Seedship enters orbit of the fourth planet of a yellow supergiant star. One of the system's gas giants is almost large enough to indict it as a star, and it smolders with a faint red light. This would be a good planet, but the atmosphere is corrosive, which means it is deadly. It has Earth-like gravity, however, and the temperature is very cold. There's no water, so that's an instant no. However, the resources are rich. Let's move on anyway. Sorry if this is getting boring for you. I will try and cut this down a little bit. The AI wakes to radiation alert. A death burst of distant supernova is flooding the Seedship's electronics with random signals. The data storage system is malfunctioning. In a few moments, part of the scientific database will be lost. Oh no! That's actually pretty bad. The Seedship could avoid the malfunction by shutting down all its electronics until the radiation has passed, but that would leave it without working collision avoidance system for a dangerous length of time. Every time I've had this, which is pretty much every playthrough that I've done, I have shut it down and it has been fine. So I'm going to trust it again and shut all the systems down. I lost a surface probe because of it. That's the first time something bad has happened. The AI shuts down all its ship systems and then itself. When it comes back online, the radiation has passed, but a small asteroid has smashed one of the surface probes. Not a huge deal, but that could have been useful. That could have been a useful surface probe. Wow, this is actually a really good one. The Seedship enters orbit of the fourth moon of a gas giant orbiting a white dwarf star. This planet's orbit is at an angle to the system's ecliptic. There we go. System ecliptic, suggesting it might be an extrasolar capture of the victim of an unimaginably violent primordial collision. Oh god. That does not sound good. Atmosphere is marginal, which means they can go out with minimal breathing gear. Gravity is very low, meaning that they will have a pretty hard time staying on the ground. Temperature is moderate. That means that it is like Earth's temperature, so that's good. Water is planet-wide ocean. That's not a huge deal, because that means they get tons of water, and plus they can just float on the water. Resources are poor. Not very good, but that's okay. Anomalies, vegetation, and possible structures. Let's launch a surface probe. Outstanding ugliness. The AI runs the probe's images of the surface through its aesthetic analysis routine. This determines that humans would find the planet extremely ugly. Probe finds alien plants, tests a sample, and finds that it would be highly poisonous to humans. The probe investigates the possible structures the Seedship observed from orbit, but finds they are regular natural formations, not the product of intelligence. The first surface probe's mission is complete, and it shuts down. That is horrible planet. That's a horrible planet. No food. There's no source of food. So let's move on. Fucking hell. Oh, come on. The guidance system takes the seed ship close to another super hot star. Why? And the AI must choose which module it will allow to overheat. I really hate the guidance system right now. I'm gonna allow the databases to go. It's -3%, that's really not bad. The guidance system takes the seed. The AI channels excess heat into the data storage module. The heat regulation system recovers as the ship moves away from the super hot star, but not before the heat has damaged the cultural database. It's still not very bad, so I'm gonna allow it. Breathable. Oh god. Okay, hold on. The seed ship enters the orbit of the first moon of a gas giant orbiting main sequence star. This system is part of a dense star cluster, and the sky is awash with light. Atmosphere breathable. Gravity high, not too bad. Temperature moderate. Water planet-wide ocean. Resources poor, not too bad. Anomalies, moon, vegetation, animal life, possible structures. Let's launch a surface probe. As the surface probe approaches the planet, it scans the planet's moon and finds that it is rich in metals and other useful resources. That's good. Edible plants, that is good as well. I'm not gonna read the text at the bottom much anymore because you know what that's just repeating most of the time. Useful animals, yay! The probe encounters numerous animals, and after analyzing the behavior, it concludes that some species have the potential to be useful for humans as meat sources or beasts of burden. That is good. Oh god. This might be bad, but I'm going to. But since our civilization is higher in technology, I'm not really going to be worried about it. Iron Age civilization. So, high-tech ruins. Oh my god. The probe investigates some of the possible structures that Seedship observed from orbit and finds that there are ruins left by vanished intelligent species. The ruins contain advanced technological artifacts, some of which are still functioning, and scientific databases could be decoded. That means that my scientific database might be increased if we pick this one. Oh god, no. The probe investigates some of the possible structures. The ruins contain functioning defense systems, and the probe barely escapes. So as long as we don't go close to those ruins, we should be fine. And the surface probe's mission is complete, and it shuts down. Alright. It's found a colony here. Let's confirm this. The damaged landing system cannot completely control the seed ship's descent, and it suffers from some damage. Frick. Well, the scanners don't really matter. Neither does the landing anymore. The scientific and cultural databases, that's pretty bad. When it splashes down into the planet-wide ocean, the surviving colonists... Oh god, I just noticed we lost 54 colonists. The surviving colonists wake up from their sleep and survive their new home. The ship floats on the surface of a calm ocean that stretches to the horizon of a blue sky. They build a memorial for the 54 colonists who did not survive the journey and name their new world Ocean S. What? What is this name? I was expecting Atlantis, but because all of its land is sunk beneath the planet-wide ocean. The colonists begin constructing a settlement with the aid of the Seedship's damaged construction robots. They can leave the ship without breathing gear, wearing light clothing in the comfortable temperatures. They harness some of the planet's powerful native animals as beasts of burden, making work in the high gravity easier. The colonists farm the floating vegetation for food and extract drinking water from the ocean. With their settlement complete and food supply secured, the colonists mount an expedition to the nearby ruins. The explorers find advanced alien machines, some of them still functioning. Holy crap! 28 increase in the scientific database. Reverse engineering these machines will advance their science beyond the level Earth civilization has reached when the Seedship was launched. However, they also trigger a long dormant defense mechanism. No! Dang it! Which kills 291 colonists. I've only got 655 colonists left. The planet is poor in metals and other resources, but the scientific database contains a wealth of information on how to make use of what there is. The colonists use what is left of the seed ship and build spacecraft capable of reaching the planet's metal-rich moon, and mine it for partially compensation. And mine it to partially compensate for the planet's lack of resources. The colonists use alien scientific knowledge to create a level of technology beyond dreams of the people who built the seed ship. As the colonists expand from their initial settlement, they must find a way to share their new home with its native inhabitants. With the arriving historical information in the cultural database to guide them, the difference in technological level between the colonists and the natives make relationships more difficult. And the two species end up living in separate parts of the planet and having little contact with one another. Okay, that's good. Although parts of the cultural database is missing, it still contains much historical information to instruct colonists to build in the building of their society, and much art and literature inspire them. The losses sustained by colonists make building a new society more difficult. The surviving cultural database is preserved in digital files which all colonists have access. Colonists attempt to make a democratic capitalist society, and the government becomes a pawn of wealthy corporations which rule the planet for its owners' benefit. That's sad. Oceanus, calm ocean that stretches to the horizon and a blue sky. The colonists live in squat high-tech cities beneath the planet's open sky. On platforms floating on the planet-wide ocean. The cities are dominated by headquarters of wealthy corporations that rule the population for their owners' enrichment. I don't really like that. The colonist culture mostly ignores the native inhabitants who live on their own communities and parts of the planet. The first city stand monuments of the 54 colonists who did not survive and the 291 who died building the first settlement and the seed ship. AI that guided humanity to its new home. Planets visited 6. total score is 941. That's the worst score I've ever had in this game. Alright. So, if you guys enjoyed this, then hit that like button. If you didn't, I understand. You can hit that dislike button. You know where it is. Also, hit that if you want more, hit that subscribe button and comment down below which game you want me to play. Preferably phone games because my computer sucks and can't record. It can barely even play games, really. So, tell me which games you want me to play, and if you want to play this game, I will leave it down in the description, and I know Google Play has a version of it, so that's definitely going to be down there. If the Apple Store has it, then I will also put that down there, but I'm not 100% sure. So, if you guys want to see me make all bad decisions, then go ahead and tell me down in the description, down in the comment section. So, that's all for this time. Until next time, have a wonderful time. And if I don't know what else to say, so goodbye. Whoops. That's